Chaos is what original Zombies had. Jimmy Zielinski was best known for in his Zombies maps. He loved the idea of inconveniencing the player. Speaking of chaos and inconvenience, let's talk about Nuketown Zombies. Nuketown Zombies is the bestowed bonus map of Black Ops 2. This time around, rather, by unlocking, it's only available by purchasing separately or by purchasing the Season Pass. Nuketown Zombies is advertised as a survival map, which was a new kind of map, for the Black Ops 2 Zombies experience. Maps and the likes of Tranzit or Mob of the Dead were the quote-unquote main Zombies experience, and the idea was to have survival maps to simplify the gameplay for those that wanted to get a quick game in. I believe the idea was for every mainline DLC to receive their own grief-turned-in survival counterpart. Unfortunately though, Nuketown Zombies was the last survival map released for Black Ops 2 Zombies, with the only other maps being the ones from Green Run's Tranzit, with Bus Depot representing Noct being completely bare bones, just yourself, wall buys, and a mystery box. Farm resembling Veruktan Shinonuma with perks and a mystery box, and with Town being Black Ops 2's placeholder Derice. Nuketown Zombies being the final survival map put this map in a pickle. It's got all the bells and whistles, perks, and pack-a-punch, and much like every other survival map, there is no method to turn on the power, it's just always on. So, with those rules established for survival maps, Nuketown decided to play it differently by adding in the missing piece from Shinonuma that neither Farm nor Town incorporate, and turned it up to 1,000, and that is random perk spawns. Yes, the famously popular feature makes its grand return for the first and certainly not last time in Black Ops 2 Zombies. When comparing to every future and past game's bonus map, Nuketown Zombies on paper is the least compelling of them all. For quick comparison's sake, 5 is a unique cast for the first time, and setting, although ripped from the campaign. The Giant is a full-on graphical remake of Derice, with the premise cast in what might be some of the most in-depth dialogue of any map. With Classified, the trend of the Giant continues with the remake of 5, completed with new sections of playable area, which was never before seen on 5, starring our Ultimus crew as well, for the first time since Black Ops 1. Finally, Liberty Falls offers players a unique space, which grounds a nice and easy environment to hop on and complete with the overhaul of the jet gun, which just makes this map's the biggest strength bar none. Nuketown Zombies offers none of that. It's a map ripped from Black Ops multiplayer and has absolutely zero voice cast, not one unique wonder weapon, and almost completely zero narrative on the surface. This has the most quote-unquote bonus map feeling of any bonus map in any Zombies game prior and following. Now I know that sounded kind of harsh. Take all that I said and put on those rose-tinted goggles for a second, because in spite of all of that, Nuketown Zombies has a true soft spot in my heart. Whenever I haven't played Zombies for a minute, Nuketown is almost always popping in my head to get a quick fix on some epic zombie chaos. It's a fast-paced, unpredictable sandbox, and not to mention, Nuketown has some of the fastest zombie spawns in any map, due to its size and, for the first time, lack of any barriers, which that fact also means the Carpenter power-up is excluded from its first ever Zombies map. Nuketown's an interesting map. This is Call of Duty Zombies in its most arcade-esque form, aside from Dead Up's Arcade of course, because while simple and lacking much substance, for the most part, Nuketown Zombies is consistently keeping it fresh within its gameplay loop, and I would argue that's actually due to this map's gimmick of featuring random perk spawns. Random perk spawns offer up the chance of endless fun, whereas every game has the chance of dropping something unique. On solo, Quick Revival will spawn with you upon spawn every single time. However, the place it will land will be unique, although the spots are limited to what is accessible at spawn. The other 4 machines, however, will all be up to chance, and that means you could have Juggernog by round 5 or round 25. Although usually I have that shit by around 15, 20 at the latest. Still, not ideal if you're looking for consistency, because Nuketown is anything but consistent. With the random perk spawns and some of the lowest chances of pulling Rigger Mark II out of the box, leaves a lot to be desired. Once again though, when in direct comparison to Tranzit or other Black Ops 2 maps, Nuketown has the least amount of setup required, with 0 main quests, wonder weapon builds, or any buildable system period for that matter, which, depending on who you ask, is either a good or a bad thing. The gameplay is fun, fast-paced, rage-inducing, and impossible to predict. Your setup is all up to chance. Nuketown also does something unique with its story, Now, like I said, Nuketown lacks narrative on the surface in the way that there are no characters on the map that we play as that help guide the narrative. Instead, it's the map's job to tell the story. If you pay attention, you'll notice we're back to the orange eyes and the demonic voice. Samantha? But how? Our radio in the blue house jolts on and we hear Richtofen talking shit about Maxis. They're quotes from Moon's Easter egg. So wait, this is the past then? What life on Earth was like directly before the events on Moon? Shit, okay, how cool would have this been if they actually worked this into a real quest on this map? Alas, it's all towed within the gameplay. However, it's still very cool nonetheless. Throughout various radios will play depicting what was occurring on Moon at that time. Now, I can't prove it, but it even sounds like these quotes were re-recorded for this map, as some of the quotes, Richtofen's tone of voice is slightly different between the two takes.
Login, Teddy. Password is a liar. I'm not, but that's why no one would guess it. Login, Teddy. Password is a liar. I'm not, but that's why no one would guess it.
Once round 25 hits, we catch up to the point where Richtofen and Samantha trade places, and in which he assumes control of the zombies. It's a cool thing that I always look forward to, hopefully see. The Black Ops 2 Richtofen announcer quotes are used here instead rather than the ones used within the Moon's Easter egg, which I can understand. However, using those original quotes would have added even more depth to Nuketown, as this map was taking place when Richtofen first assumed control on the Moon. Using those original quotes, I think, would have inferred how Richtofen had been developing within the ether between the end of Black Ops 1 and the beginning of Black Ops 2, making the re-recorded and non-voice altered Richtofen quotes used in Black Ops 2 seem more intentional within the story of the game. But I digress. Once your fate is inevitably sealed, the POV changes to the incoming rockets, heading straight to decimate your corpse and everything surrounding it. And that, in essence, is Nuketown Zombies. Overall, it's a fun time. While not groundbreaking like 5, it's still able to hold some originality within its DNA. The gameplay loop has never been more evergreen with the endless perk spawn variables. Nuketown's story is told within the map itself, although I wish it had been longer and made into a quest, or simply more in depth by adding a cast of nobodies to this map to at least react to what was happening around them. And despite my critiques, Nuketown Zombies remains to be an all-time favorite of mine. I love the endless variety while also being a simple map to get going on. It's my number one go-to when I'm starved for quick zombies gameplay or in a hurry. It's a map that, while barren on the surface, still manages to retell a compelling story thread from one of the best Easter egg story quests yet in Moon, all while simplifying the gameplay, but also ramping up the replayability by making perk spawns randomized, but also by keeping the play space minimal yet accessible. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Die Rise is going to be fun.